Mobutu Sese Seko, power and plunder. The Congo River flows through one of the richest lands on earth. Beneath its soil lie diamonds, gold, and copper. Yet for decades, its people lived in poverty. This is the story of Mobutu Sese Seko, a man who ruled the Congo, later called Zaire, for more than 30 years. Mobutu was born in 1930 under Belgian colonial rule, a time when Africans had little power over their own land. From a young age, he learned that authority came from structure and control. He joined the colonial army and later worked as a journalist, mastering both discipline and the power of information. In 1960, the Congo gained independence. Hope filled the nation, and Patrice Lumumba became prime minister, promising unity and dignity. But the young country quickly descended into chaos. The army mutinied, provinces tried to break away, and foreign powers feared the Congo might fall under Soviet influence during the Cold War. Amid this instability, Mobutu rose quickly. Backed by the military and supported quietly by Western governments, he staged a coup in 1965. He claimed that politicians had failed and that only strong leadership could save the nation. Many welcomed the promise of order. Once in power, Mobutu dismantled democracy. Political parties were banned, opposition was silenced, and power was concentrated in his hands. The Congo became a one-party state, ruled by loyalty and fear rather than law. Mobutu then reinvented the nation in his own image. He renamed the country Zaire and launched a campaign called Authenticite, urging citizens to reject European names and customs. He himself adopted the grand name Mobutu Sese Seko Kuku Ingbendu wa Banga, presenting himself as the embodiment of African pride. His image filled schools, offices, and television screens, creating a powerful cult of personality. Behind the symbolism, corruption flourished. Mobutu allowed officials to steal as long as they remained loyal. State wealth flowed into private accounts while infrastructure collapsed. Hospitals lacked medicine, roads fell apart, and salaries went unpaid. Mobutu once joked, "If you steal, don't steal too much." During the Cold War, his rule was protected. Western nations valued him as an anti-communist ally and continued to provide aid despite widespread corruption. While the country grew poorer, Mobutu built palaces, owned luxury jets, and became one of the richest men in the world. For ordinary citizens, life became a daily struggle. Bribes replaced wages. Survival depended on personal connections rather than institutions. The state existed, but only on paper. By the late 1980s, the world began to change. The Cold War ended, and Mobutu's international support faded. Inside Zaire, pressure for reform grew, but real change never came. The system he built, centered entirely on himself, began to collapse. In the mid-1990s, rebel forces advanced with support from neighboring countries. Mobutu, old and ill, could no longer hold power. His army, weakened by years of corruption, offered little resistance. In 1997, after 32 years in power, Mobutu fled into exile. He died months later, far from the country he once ruled absolutely. Zaire was renamed the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Mobutu left behind a lasting legacy, not of unity or pride, but of weakened institutions and normalized corruption. His story remains a warning. When power serves one man instead of a nation, even the richest country can be left poor.